am MechaRandom42, your favorite YouTube harpy, and we're talking about the Doctor Who Christmas special ratings. Not Christmas special, I keep calling it Christmas special. The New Year's special that really was just kind of a throwaway episode that didn't feel special at all. Well, apparently I wasn't the only one who thought that. Let's get right into this Hollywood Reporter article. Ratings low for the time-shifted Doctor Who festive special. That's because it wasn't on Christmas, and it was not that good. Showing on New Year's Day instead of Christmas Day, huge mistake, Jodie Whittaker's first festive special landed 5.15 million overnight viewers in the UK, the lowest level for the annual Doctor Who event since 2005. Maybe that could be because you're turning off so many fans by having just atrociously bad writing. It's just blah, it's bland, it's boring. Not only that, you're not doing your first female doctor any service. You're not doing her any favors by being kind of just blah and crap, you know? You need to make this spectacular. You need to blow us out of the water. And this season really hasn't. It's been okay. It's not been the greatest. I know there's a lot of people who are not okay with having a female doctor, you know, and I have been so furiously fighting so many franchises for the destruction of franchises this past year. I wanted to like something, and I've been pretty damn easy on Doctor Who, but man, when you can't even score like even halfway decent ratings for your special, for your annual special, this tells us something, you know. And not only that, between that and the writers being out of ideas for a Christmas special, seriously, you have all of time and space to work with. How are you out of ideas? But it's just mind-blowing. It's just baffling to me that they're dropping the ball so much on every franchise, pretty much, that we love in geekdom, in our science fiction. What else does this article say? The move of Doctor Who's festive season special from Christmas Day to New Year's hasn't quite proved to be the rating smash. Well, yes, because people want tradition. People want the New Year's special. We want the Doctor Who moments, and we don't really get them. Even bringing in the Daleks to this episode, spoilers if you haven't seen the episode, even bringing in the Daleks did not help anything because you made a bland, boring episode. Doctor Who Resolution, the first seasonal special starring Jodie Whittaker as the series' famed Time Lord, saw the return of the show's old foe, the Daleks, in an origin story that managed to reference Netflix and even poke fun at the UK's ongoing Brexit woes. The Doctor tries to call on the cross-border Unified Intelligence Task Force, but finds that Britain isn't a member, having fallen out with its international partners. That's another thing I didn't get into in my review. They got rid of UNIT. Now I was kind of bored with this episode. I tuned out. I definitely missed a few things. The big deal about them getting rid of UNIT is that basically you're saying a big F you to the history of Doctor Who. UNIT has been. When did UNIT start? In like the 70s for Doctor Who? 60s? Correct me. Tell me, you guys will know exactly when. It's been for as long as I can remember. UNIT has been a part of Doctor Who. I want to say it goes back to Troughton era, maybe earlier. This is what happens when I talk about Doctor Who, and it's like, it's been on so long that, you know, I've forgotten so much of it over the years. You cannot get rid of stuff like UNIT. That's like getting rid of the TARDIS. That's like in this day and age. And they kind of did. The TARDIS is barely in this series. Doctor Who is barely in this series. We've got this crazy woman going around making weird faces, being basically Kristen Wiig playing David Tennant. And it's kind of terrible. It's kind of not good. And I've been really easy on it because I want to like it. But yeah, this does not surprise me at all. You cannot just get rid of UNIT and have your fans be okay with that. Even the Daleks couldn't bring in the ratings. That's a huge deal to me, that even the Daleks can't bring in the ratings. But its overnight viewings in the UK were anything but stellar, with 5.15 million tuning in to the BBC, a 22.4% share according to reports, 500,000 less than Idris Elba's return as Luther the same evening. Well, that's Idris Elba, I mean. Everybody loves Idris Elba. the figure, which is before consolidated views have been included, marks the lowest for any Doctor Who festive special since the series returned in its modern form in 2005, and also Whittaker's second worst episode this season. You cannot bring in, word of mouth for the series is so bad that you can't even bring people in for a holiday special with Daleks. Now, I understand that a lot of people are like home Christmas Day, they're cooking, they're doing Christmassy things. You'll have all the holiday specials on the background. Even as a colonial American, I do know that. So I know that even in England, you guys are going to be watching it on Christmas Day. It's tradition. And we would watch it over here in the U.S. on Christmas Day. It's tradition. When you guys break with tradition, Chris Chibnall, we're talking to you. When you break with traditions like that, you're going to piss off a lot of viewers. You cannot get rid of Unit. You can't get rid of the Christmas special just because you're out of ideas. And also Whittaker's second worst episode this season. Yeah, by contrast, David Tennant's first special landed 9.4 million overnight views. Matt Smith's was 10.3 million, and Peter Capaldi's was 6.3 million. And around the time of Peter Capaldi's when I kind of stopped watching it anyway, because the Matt Smith stuff was getting lower and lower. Like for me, it reached its height right with David Tennant, and then it was kind of slowly going downhill all that time. So I definitely tuned out with Capaldi. I watched them after the fact. Yeah, I mean, it's... You really need good writing with Doctor Who. You need to get something good and fresh. And maybe we need to take a break from Doctor Who and get you guys to regroup, find what you guys actually want to talk about with Doctor Who. Instead of giving us these kind of mediocre, boring soap opera plots that just happen to have a little Doctor Who sprinkled in. You have a time machine. The New Year's special could have been resolved in the past. You wouldn't have had to make it in modern day times. You could have gone back thousands of years when the Dalek first landed, and you could have had a massive Dalek invasion instead of one junker Dalek with a whole bunch of spare parts. You could have done something so much better, and you didn't. You gave us, sure, we got some more Ryan, character development, which is fine. We didn't have that much, That is another one of the biggest problems with this season of Doctor Who for me, is that we have so many companions. It is kind of hard to showcase everybody without really slowing down the series. You can sprinkle in a little bits in here, bits of like companion character development, their families, their loves, their passions. We knew all we needed to know with Rose Tyler from the first episode we saw her, pretty much, and then they kind of kept sprinkling in more and more and more. We don't need to slow down an episode for like an entire act break or an entire act to give the slow soap opera dialogue. I don't know. What did you guys think? I know you guys have been really awesome commenting on my Doctor Who review for the New Year's special. But yeah, like they're saying here, Voyage of the Damned in 2007, starring Tennant and Kylie Minogue, earned 12.2 million overnight, the most for any Christmas standalone. That's because that was interesting. I was curious about what they were doing with it. I was curious, okay, is this going to be like Starship Titanic? Because we know we have so many callbacks to like the Doctor Who affiliated things. Is this going to be like Terry Jones' Starship Titanic, which is based on the Douglas Adams idea? So, and if you guys are not familiar, Douglas Adams, of course, wrote the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I'm a huge fan. Also wrote the good era of Doctor Who back in the day. So that's why I tuned into that episode. Plus, you have David Tennant, Kylie Minogue. It was a cool episode. It was interesting. I liked to see where they were going with it. It was nothing like Starship Titanic, even though it was a Titanic, basically a spaceship named Titanic. It was still interesting, and I can see why that got ratings, because there was a lot of stuff people cared about. You didn't even have to bring in Daleks as we're contractually obligated to dust off the Daleks. Let's do that at the very last possible second. And it felt more like a Doctor Who Christmas special. I don't even remember if that had a whole lot to do with Christmas on the episode. It's been a few years since I've seen it with the David Tennant episode. I know it just took place during Christmas. A lot of these episodes just take place during Christmas and don't have that much to do with it. And it's not that impactful for a New Year's special, because New Year's doesn't have any of the whimsy and magic and miracle season sort of stuff. There's no way to like spring any sort of miraculous Christmas sort of, oh, and our families are getting along now, or oh, and this awesome Christmas thing happened. You can't do that in a New Year's special. Also, of course, now they're confirming that Jodie Whittaker is returning to season 12. This is the same news we've heard already, where she's just saying, yeah, I can't wait to step back in and get to work again. It's an incredible role. And I'm not quite ready to hand it over yet. Well, we kind of figured she's going to be coming back, because you can't have just a one and done Doctor. I think she probably should leave. I think that the writing, like, the whole thing needs to be rebooted. There's nothing wrong with her personally. She's not given anything to work with for me. What do you guys think? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. I am MechaRandom42. Is it any surprise at all that we have this huge ratings dip? Like, I'm not surprised by that at all. Like I said, we've been hearing that the ratings were like super, super high when, just for people who are curious about the first female Doctor, and they've plummeted just drastically because the writing isn't there. The show's not that interesting. It's kind of boring. I'm certainly to the age and interest level that I can really do without it. What do you guys think? I am MechaRandom42, and I will see you guys on the next video or live stream. Bye! Thanks for watching! If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!